TV and some of the more conventional media, there has been a tendency for those to be sort of looked at as yesterday's stuff and quite passé. And if I'm not jumping into digital, you know, I'm just not sort of not a happening marketer anymore. And to an extent, that's true. But what we've actually found is that after a swing away in markets like the UK and America from television advertising, that medium's actually come back even more strongly now, and I think a lot of people have kind of realised that you can't kind of monkey around with the ingredients too much. You can't go all digital. You can't, you know, drag all your budget into those things. And we're actually seeing growth in TV advertising in UK, United States. Australia was down last year. I would think we would expect revenues to be back up in Australia as well. You know, but it's not at the expense of digital. It's these things probably being used a little bit better and used in combination with digital and across multi-platforms to generate better results than we've seen you know, just from TV in the past by itself. I'm very optimistic about the future for 2012 because we've had about 3 years where there's been a bit of a shakeout in the industry. People have been kind of learning how all this new stuff works, and it has been a little bit like an industry with a box of new toys to play with. We're seeing a lot of evidence now that people are starting to get it together and learn how to use multimedia better. And so different components and different touch points build on each other rather than them just being kind of you know, a pile of jigsaw pieces that are sort of thrown on top of each other. They're getting organised appropriately now, and we're actually seeing significant impacts. Now, I think the other thing that we're likely to see, though, is probably a bit of a rationalising of, because at the moment when people go multimedia, there's a tendency to, oh, we'll put a bit here and a bit there and a bit here and a bit there, and they end up with, you know, 10 or 15 different touch points or something in a campaign. What most of our work is showing is that generally it's about 5 key touch points that actually deliver most of the you know, sort of shifts in how people feel about brands, or you know, whether they're more likely to buy those sorts of things. And once you go beyond that, the additional touch points tend not to add too much to the equation. So again, a bit more about kind of rationalising what you're using and the results that you're actually achieving. The interesting thing is there isn't a magic formula for those 5 touch points, though. It may be print, because it's creative that's the really important part. So generally it's 4 or 5 different media or different touch points, but it may be a brilliant piece of in-store, it may be a brilliant piece of TV, it could be a, you know, a contest on the internet, whatever. It's not like there's a lot of consistency from campaign to campaign, but generally what it's suggesting is people don't need to take a kind of a shotgun approach and try and cover all the bases across all the media. They need to you know, maybe look at some pre-testing or something like that in order to determine what are the you know, the strongest elements and what's actually going to do more for the brand.